You clicked on this video because you were looking for the best spoof to properly unban from every single game on the market, and I can say that you have found it because HWID does offer the simplest and easiest unban that you will ever find. And let me show you how it works. Starting with the HWID perm spoofer's information, as you can see, this does support Windows 10 and 11, and also supports Fortnite tournament. So if you do spoof and want to play a tournament right after, you will be able to do that with no problems. And the reason we want to choose this over every other spoofer on the market is because they do offer the Asus permanent spoof and the disk permanent spoof, which means they both stay after reinstalls. So which means if you spoof and you want to reinstall Windows after, you don't have to worry about these serials reverting back to your old banned ones and getting you delayed ban on whatever game you were trying to play. And they also offer fastest customer support on the market, instant delivery, detailed instructions, and unlimited license resets. And then here are the supported motherboards for the permanent spoofer. So if you want to read this, make sure your motherboard is on there. And then supported games, so as you know, Fortnite, which also has Fortnite tournaments. And then any games that use the easy anti-cheat and games that use the battleye anti-cheat will also be spoofed, along with Rainbow Six Siege, Rust, and the entire Call of Duty series. If you want to know about a game that isn't on here, then you can open a ticket and ask, and they'll let you know that. And then starting with the prices, I can see the one time, which is best for people who want to stop cheating and go back to playing legit. That would be $24.88, and the lifetime, which will be best for people who want to continue cheating and unban themselves whenever they get banned. That would be $68.88. And then the website, which is the first way you could pay, which I'll show in a second. But on the website, you can pay with card and Apple Pay, and the tickets, which I'll show very quickly, is still fast delivery, has crypto voucher, Binance gift cards, PayPal, FNF, and Revolut. And what FNF means is family and friends. If you were wondering about PayPal, but to actually purchase through tickets first, you can go ahead and click on this contact us. It'll take you to this page right here, the ticket panel. Then you're just going to create a purchase ticket, tell them what you want in the duration. Once I get that for you, you'll be able to use whatever you want. And to actually purchase the website, you can go ahead and click on any website next to them. But I'm going to click on this one at the top, since it will take us to the same page. Here is their website with all of their products. And as you see, we were just talking about the permanent spoofer. But as you can see on the website, they do actually have the temp spoofer on here as well. And with that, I do want to talk about this for a little bit, since this is a very good alternative to the permanent if you want a temporary spoofer that doesn't take nowhere near as long as the permanent. Since, you know, with the permanent, you do have to reinstall Windows and the games that you had downloaded before. But with the temporary spoofer, it does have an input cleaner, so you do not have to worry about any of that. And this also has a one-click one load, so if you were to buy a longer duration, like a week key or a month key, you won't have to worry about pasting your key every time you load up the spoofer, since it will automatically load in, and you just have to press enter after that, and you'll be spoofed. But what this actually offers is the same thing as the permanent, just not as long. But the reason this is a good alternative to the permanent is because it does work on every single motherboard, and also Windows 10 and 11. So if the permanent does not support short motherboard, then the temporary definitely will, and you can go ahead and purchase this instead. But starting with the durations, if you see the month key, which will be 30 days, will be $28.88, and that will have you unbanned for 30 days. And the week key, which will unban you for 7 days, will be $19.88. And then the day key, which will unban you for 24 hours, will be $5.88. So to actually purchase on the website, if you want to buy multiple products, go ahead and click on add to cart. And you can add to cart as many things as you want. But if you want to buy the product that you want right now, you just click on buy it now. But since I will be buying the permanent spoofer, go to the one time and go ahead and click on buy it now, and it will take us to this page. Remember that you can use Apple Pay. You will have to go back and select it if you want. But with that being said, I am going to go ahead and purchase. Just remember here just to enter in your correct email address so they can actually send you the information and you can get your key. But this is only for the website. And then here, if you want to purchase with the card, you can obviously choose this. And since I will be purchasing with a card, I'm going to go ahead and type my information. I'll see you guys when I get the product. So give me 1 second. Alright, so now that you know how to purchase, you can go ahead and get into the steps. So starting with step 1, wherever you purchase from, if you purchase on the website, then your key will be sent in the email that you entered in, along with your download link. And you can see I already have the download link on my desktop. And if you purchase the Discord, then your key will be sent into your DMs or your ticket, however they want to do that. But when you get your key, you're going to go ahead, go to your desktop and create a new text document just like this. And just name it quick key. So just like this, and go ahead and line that up. And then just paste your key in just like this. Control V or right click and paste it in. This is the key that I just purchased. Now we can go ahead and go to file, save this, and close that. That is step 1 done. So all we just want to do is save our key so it's an easy reach. You don't have to look for it every time you want to use it, or open our email, or go to our Discord. But starting with step 2, just be checking our serial. So to do that, you can go ahead and open the HWID perm folder that you get when you purchase, and run the HWID serial checker as admin. Screen will go black for a second, but it should look just like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and close the file explorer because I don't want a white background. And from here, we're just going to scroll up 1 time until you see our serial, our motherboard serial at the top and the Discord at the bottom. And we're going to take a picture of this so we can actually save it and verify that the serials have properly changed after spoofing. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and go to the Windows search bar and type in snippet tool. Should pop up after the first two or first letter. And we can go ahead and open it and then create a new snippet and just drag this across the entire prompt and make sure all of your serials are in there. As you can see, all of mine are actually in here. So we can go ahead and go to file and just save this as, and I'm just going to name this band serials. Throw it on, that's all good. See, now this will be saving to my desktop, but you can't adjust where you want this to save to. See, there's a bunch of files you can change that, but I want my desktop, so I'm just going to keep it there. Go ahead and go to save, and it should pop up over here. I can close this, close that, and just drag this to the middle so everything is lined up. And now we can actually move on to the spoofer, or just the spoofing process in general. So back in the aquaperm folder, go ahead and open this and run the aquaperm right here as admin. Remember, right click on the administrator. And as you see, it will load up just like this. The File Explorer will automatically close. That's how you know it has properly loaded. But it will just look at this when it is fully loaded. And now we can go ahead and just recopy our key, because it does sometimes uncopy when you do open the spoofer. So remember, just right click copy just to make sure. And then you can close that and then go back into the spoofer and just Control V. You can also right click in there as it will do the same thing. But now I'm actually going to go ahead and press enter, because this process will take around 4 to 5 minutes for me, since I am on a lower end PC. But if you are on a higher or just normal PC, then it will take around 2 to 3 minutes or 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how fast your system will work and how fast this will work on your system. But remember this does have automatic motherboard detection. As you see, my license was accepted. If your license isn't accepted, it will just tell you in red, but as you see, mine was accepted. Now this will take a minute to load, but like I was saying earlier, this does have automatic motherboard detection, so no matter what you do, it will automatically detect your motherboard and do the appropriate changes for your motherboard, so you don't have to worry about doing extra steps if you're on something different or something special. Just please let the spoofer do its thing. Remember not to touch anything while this spoofer is actually spoofing, because anything you do can possibly mess this up and cause you to restart the entire process over again. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and speed this up, since this is all we have to do for this step. I'll see you guys when this is done. Alright, so as you can see, the spoofing process has completed, and we just need to restart our PC to apply the changes. So let me go ahead and do that really quickly. As you see, it did auto close, so we are good to go. Let me go ahead and restart my PC, and I'll see you guys when I'm back. Alright, I am back after restarting my PC, and I can go ahead and just make sure the serials have changed by opening this photo we took earlier of our band serials. Right, we can go ahead and full screen this, minimize it, and then open the aquaperm folder, and then open the aqua serial checker right here. Remember, right click and run it as admin. My screen will go black for a second, but it should look just like this. I can go ahead and close this, drag this folder to the middle, open this, and then just line everything up. And remember, scroll up one time until you see our motherboard serial at the top, just like this, and then Discord at the bottom. So now we can just go ahead and compare. So as you can see, my motherboard serial has changed, my UID has also changed, my volume serial number or my volume ID is also different, and all my MAC addresses have all properly changed. As you can see, we are good to go since the spoofer did properly change all of my serials. We can go ahead and close this, and now we just need the VPN bypass to remove any IP bands that relate onto the system, and then we'll be able to play any game we want. So let me go ahead and load up Discord and show you how to get that. Alright, I have loaded up the doc with Discord, but I do want to show you guys some vouchers before we get into the VPN bypass. So just gonna scroll through a few of these. You can see how many people have actually gotten unbanned. Now this will scroll on for a minute, so I'm only gonna show a few of these because I don't want to be here for a very long time. You see here a bunch of people repping the server, the staff, and the people that help them, or just the product they use or purchase. But now that you've seen a bunch of this, we can go ahead and move on to the VPN bypass. So in this Contact Us tab under the information, go ahead and click right here. It'll take us back to the ticket panel like we did earlier. And now you can just create a support ticket and something that you do need the VPN bypass to actually finish off the spoofing, since you have finished all the other steps. Once they get that to you, you can go ahead and use it, and from there you will be good to go. You will be unbanned from every single game on the market. That being said, you can go ahead and close this. And I do want to say, thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video to reach other people who also want to get unbanned. With that being said, I will be heading out.